You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Athletes know how important it is to stay hydrated. But did you know there are other ways to hydrate besides just drinking water? In fact, milk is a great hydration option because it actually contains water as well as electrolytes that are lost when your body sweats. So consider taking milk along with you to your next game or competition and enjoy the taste of greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
You train, you sweat, you practice, you go for the gold, you give 110%, but most of all, you aim for greatness. And milk is the performance enhancer that can help get you to your goal. Trusted by athletes and backed by science, there's a healthy helping of greatness in every refreshing glass of milk. So let nature's original sports drink help quench your thirst for greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process, it's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
You've heard it before. There is no I in team, but there is an I in dairy. Dairy foods are a great source of protein, which is vital for helping rebuild and repair muscles after exercise, so your body can be at the top of its game at your next competition. So grab some milk, cheese, or yogurt after you work out, train, or play. Yes, it's true. There is no I in team, but there is an I in win. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. It's the recipe for success in any kind of sport, and dairy can be a key ingredient in every one of those steps. Dairy foods supply your body with high-quality protein to rebuild and repair muscle, carbohydrates to help you refuel, and fluid and electrolytes to help you rehydrate. So your personal recipe for greatness can be perform, win, repeat. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
Welcome to Holt Arena for tonight's exciting matchup between the Potlatch Loggers and the Raft River Trojans here at Holt Arena. My name is Tim Belknap. I'll be your play-by-play along with my color and exceptionally knowledgeable color guy, Josh McCauley. We're here at Holt Arena to bring you tonight's exciting action. This is an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the 2021 Idaho State Football Tournament. Tournament coverage provided by the Idaho Division of Public Health, your local Toyota dealer, Valley-wide Co-op and Country Stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. Folks, we're excited to be here in some wonderful 1A Division I football as the number 1 seeded Raft River Trojans looking to extend their state playoff run and a perfect season. They're 7-0 this year up against the Potlatch Loggers, a 6-3, 8 seed who really made their way to, I don't know if I say history, but certainly made their voice known as they upset the number 7 Grace last week in a sounding 46-8 defeat. Raft River going to kick off to Potlatch. They do. Potlatch bobbles the snap. They pick it back up, but Raft River there to take down the Loggers And they're going to they take him down about the 8, but I think they'll give him the 10-yard forward motion. Looking for the official spot now. We've got a great ball boy tonight. He looks like he's all of about 4, and he's carrying 2 footballs, and 2 footballs are about more than he can handle, but that's a fun sight to watch. They do spot the ball with a forward motion at the 11-yard. Then that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Potlatch Miners. As we're going to see them go into action here. They're going to go under center and fake a handoff. They're going to go over the middle. He's got a man open, and he's got lots of room. He's going to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 25. He'll be brought out of bounds at the 10. What a great reception by Wyatt Johnson. He picked that up from, I believe it's Tyson Tucker, the quarterback, and he just dropped that right over his shoulder with about 2 steps on his defenders, and he took a pass that was a probably 25-yard gain and now put him inside the red zone on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Loggers.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. That was some crossers, so you got some natural picks going on right there that got him wide open.
Yeah, that was perfect. The Potlatch couldn't have asked for a better play to open up the game. They're going to run it up the middle, and there's not going to be quite the same result as their quarterback took a quarterback keeper. Quarterback is Tyson Tucker. We can confirm that now. He's actually going to lose about a foot on the play, and so they're going to spike it there. Raft River doing a great job of just collapsing on that middle as they saw Tucker trying to take it up the middle. This up-tempo game is so fun to watch, isn't it, Josh?
I know, I love it. This is my first 8-man experience.
It's great. All right, Potlatch is going to hand it off up the middle to their running back. Just trying to get confirmed on numbers here. That's number 34, their running back, Tyler Howard. Howard's going to take the ball down. They set it at the 6-yard line. So it's going to set up 3rd and goal from the 6 for the Loggers. Loggers trying to punch this in, really 2-down territory. They're going to fake the handoff. Tucker's going to keep it, and he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to be sacked for a loss. And on that read for Raft River, Devin Barnes and Corbin Hansen, they didn't bite at all. They kept the containment downfield and forced Tucker to try and, I thought he was going to option out. He had a running back up at the top of the field, and he didn't. He should have.
Yeah, no, that was a great play by him. Smart, because if he had pitched that was going to be loss of yards or even a fumble.
True. Tucker takes the ball. He's going to drop back to pass. His pocket collapses and throws. He's got a man in the end zone, but it's going to drop about a foot in front of him, and that's going to set. That was the 4th down. That's what I was trying to confirm. I couldn't remember if we'd already done 2. So the Potlatch Loggers on their first play of the game bring the ball all the way from their own 11 down to the Raft River Trojan 11, but they're not able to punch it in. They turn the ball over. They'll set the ball at the 8-yard line, and that's Raft River 1st and 10, their own 8. They set up, put a man in motion. It's going to be a flag stopping the play. That's an illegal motion play. That was pretty obvious to see even to us up here in the booth.
Yeah, I think they called false start right there.
Against
the offense.
Yeah, against the offense.
Yep.
In at quarterback tonight for the Trojans, number 15, Tate Whitaker. He was throwing. We were watching 3 or 4 of the Raft River players in warm-ups. They got a couple of kids that can throw, so Whitaker taking the nod. He's going to take the snap. That's not Whitaker. It's a Wildcat formation. He's going to take that up. He's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 44-yard line. That is Whitaker, and what a great... He took that in a planned quarterback keeper right up the middle and then juked it up to the top of the sideline nearest the crowd. And just, that fast tempo game we're talking about, Josh, you're seeing it. We've watched the game go to both sides of the field already and still no score.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
It is fun. All right. Raft River's going to make a fake pitch, hand it off. Their running back, number 14, who breaks a seam. He's out to the sideline. He looks like he's going to take it all the way into the end zone, and he does. That's Thane Lohmeyer for the Raft River Trojans. Takes it to the end zone, and the Raft River Trojans, the first ones to get on to the scoreboard here this afternoon. in this quarterfinal state playoff game between the Raft River Trojans and the Potlatch Miners.
Potlatch actually had him in the backfield, and Thane got out of it and scooted to the outside.
And you know what? That score is going to come back. We look back here. There's a flag right about the line of scrimmage. That can only be a holding penalty. And that is, they're going to mark it back 10 yards. We got to take the score off the board. That was too fun to watch. I hate to have them back.
I didn't see any flag thrown, so.
I didn't until I saw everybody start to march back, and I looked down at the line of scrimmage because that's where you're going to usually find a holding penalty, and that's exactly what happened. So now, because that is from the spot of the foul, it's just a 15-yard makeup. They'll hold it off. They'll hand it off up the middle. Boy, they were caught at about a 2-yard gain, and shout out to Tegan Whitaker. He's a senior. He was given that ball, and he had 5 guys on him and still powered forward for a gain of 3 because he refused to give up. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Again, a handoff up the middle. They'll pick up a darn close to the first down, as that's Cole Spencer on the carry. And they now indicate it is an 8-yard gain, exactly enough for the first down. So Raft River, instead of the touchdown, get the penalty, but they dig themselves out of that penalty hole and are going to get a new set of downs. The ball marked at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10, Raft River. Matt, you expect they're going to go for a touchdown here? Keep that up tempo. And they hand off up the middle. They won't get a touchdown out of it, but they will get a gain of probably 7 yards on the play. Different running back still. That's Alec Murillo. Hope that's not my Spanish getting it. Murillo?
Murillo, I think.
Murillo is how you'd say Murillo in Spanish. Gets in the way often. Trying to say the right English pronunciation. But they do pick up a gain of 7. So 2nd and 3 for Raft River. They're going to take it out of the shotgun, lone backfield, a quick pass out to number 9. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to break another tackle. He's going to do nothing but dance into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown for Raft River. I'm looking for a flag. I don't see a flag. That's going to stand. And Raft River, great pass from Whitaker out to Seth Tracy. Tracy, he's the one that had that touchdown called back.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
so
he finally got
just made up for it.
Yeah, it was a nice little tunnel screen that Raft River drew up for them, and Tracy took that all the way across the field and in for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And now they set up to go for the 2-point conversion, which you see often in 8-man. Whitaker's not, is it Whitaker? No, that's Lohmeyer. Lohmiller takes the snap in the quarterback position. He takes it into the end zone, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like a chop block against Raft River, so it's coming back. The 2-point conversion will not count. And, of course, they're going to take the penalty because Potlatch does not want to give them that 2-point conversion. So a chop block, that's a 15-yard penalty. Are they going to mark off the whole 15 yards? They are. Wow, that changes a 2-point conversion substantially as they mark the ball now at the 18-yard line. So 18 yards for the 2 points.
Still going for it. I love it.
Of course. 8-man football. It's called No Fear Smash Mouth. Lohmeyer with a long pass. He's throwing. He's got a receiver. He overthrows his receiver. That's Treg Whitaker. He had him. Whitaker was open. Lohmiller just pulling out his bionics, I guess. Launching that a little bit, about a yard and a half more than Whitaker could pull in. And the PAT will go no good. So the score now with 7 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first quarter of play. The Raft River Trojans, the first to draw blood, is the score 6-0. The Trojans over the Loggers. Loggers will get the ball back. And the first series that we saw, they've got the ability to have some quick hits and some movement of the field as they went from their own 10 down to the Raft River 10, and we're not able to get it in. So maybe what we're seeing is that Potlatch is a team of big plays.
Yeah, I mean, they're not backing down from the #1 team in the state. They're ranked number 8th, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they're an 8 seed.
8 seed.
Raft River #1 seed.
They're not going to back down at all, and they showed that on that first drive that they're going to go long. They're going to go deep every chance they get. They just need to finish.
All right, Raft River kicks off. Short kick. It's going to bounce, and that'll be down by the Loggers at about the 25, 26-yard line. A wise move, as there was a Trojan coming in real close. The Logger just slid in like a baseball slide, picked it up, and let his feet go out of bounds. So
nice little squid kick, right? Nice little squid kick for.
I'm not sure that's what it was designed.
No, I don't think so, but
that's what it came out as. You're absolutely right, Josh. All right, so the Loggers now going to come up under center. Tucker takes the ball. He's going to look for a hole. There's not one, so he's going to keep it. He goes around the left tackle. He'll pick up a gain of about 5 yards in a great move. You could tell from the start of that play, they were trying to hand that off up the middle, and he missed his back. The back hit the hole before the handoff, which isn't something you usually see. And in a heads-up move by Tucker, he just went to the top of the field, took off after his around the corner after his tackle, and picked up 5 yards. So obviously he's a smart ball player. He's got a good head for what to do. Out of the shotgun now. This time he's going to make sure he hits his back, and his back's going to take it forward for a gain of 6. He'll get the first down, and that is Tyler Howard. Howard showing that he's got the ability to power through some of these holes. So is it powering through, or is that line blowing some good holes?
I think it's some good blocking up front right there. No discredit to Tyler at all, but he's definitely got some good blockers, and that offensive line, they are big. So they're
big on both sides if you look at them, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing good.
Nope.
Wow, was that a blown play? It's going to be a gain of 1 on the play. Avery Palmer with the carry, but he only gets about a yard, and Raft River just thumps him hard. That's one of those that tomorrow, or maybe tonight, since it's an afternoon game, tonight he's going to want to find a hot tub.
Oh, yeah. Or a cold ice bath, one of the two.
He took a pretty nasty hit as he went down on his knees, and Raft River came across the top of him. All right, Tucker looks to throw. He's going to connect with his receivers. Receiver number 8, Wyatt Johnson, pulls it in, but he only pulls it in for a short gain of about 2 yards before Raft River is right there. Good pass. Raft River defending him well on a man-to-man, and they just bring him right down. So it's going to set up a 3rd, and it looks like 5 to me, looking what the scoreboard says, and they agree with me. How nice of them.
Look at that.
It's a rare occasion, Josh. Looks like we're going to get a timeout as the Loggers decide they want to talk about this. That'll give us time to recognize some of our power boosters in today's game. Josh, you want to recognize our power boosters for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Our power boosters are Shorts Funeral Chapel, AMI Supply, Latte Realty.
Latte
Realty.
I'm not sure on that.
But yeah, those are our power boosters for this game.
Great power boosters. We appreciate those helping us. We also have some commercial sponsors. We're grateful for all of these sponsors. For Potlatch, Storm Electric. Storm Electric's been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes projects, electrical motor repair, and well pump installations. Storm Electric is licensed and insured in Washington, Idaho, and Montana. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or install a well water pump, call them at 208-835-2331. Storm Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. All right, they take a snap, hands it off to the running back, Howard. Howard met in the backfield. He's going to be a loss of 5 on that play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 9.
Yeah,
Potlatch.
This Raft River defense, these linebackers are not being
shy
at all.
No,
they're going right after them and getting them behind the field or behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've blitzed the last 3 down, so it'll be interesting. They don't blitz now because Potlatch, obviously, with the punt. They get a low punt, bounces into the hands of the Raft River defender. I'm trying to see who has that ball. He's going to be blown down at the 45-yard line. That's Tegan Whitaker on the return for Raft River, and a heads-up move. He caught that on the bounce. He had a couple of loggers within 5 yards of him, and he just kind of left him, turned on the afterburners, and was able to bring it back. About a 20-yard return on that punt. So you'll take that every time if you're a punt return man. Raft River with a fresh set of downs at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Whitaker back in at quarterback. He throws out, connects to his favorite receiver, number 14, Thane Logmeyer. Logmeyer breaks tackle, takes another tackle. He's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line. And that one tackle, he broke through 3. And if he could have broke through that one, he was going to take it all the way to the house. But Potlatch able to bring him down. Potlatch, if you look at the difference between the two teams, the defense for the Loggers coming up the line already looking a little discouraged. Not a good sign when it's 5 minutes left in the first quarter, Josh.
No, not at all. In Potlatch, they had 2 defenders in the backfield to stop Lockmeyer, but Lockmeyer got out.
I thought they
of
were going to bring him down
Absolutely.
for at least no gain. All right, they're going to hand off up the middle. That's Tegan Whitaker, who's going to take it around the left side of the field on a sweep. He's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. Actually, now they say the 3.5-yard mark, but that'll be enough for a first down, and not just a first down, Josh, but first and goal from the 3.
Yeah, love that play right there. They had two running backs in the backfield and handed off to the fullback, and
they're going to hand it off to the fullback again, but he's going to be brought down. That's number 28, Alec Murillo. Always going to say that. He's brought down by Howard for Potlatch. So the one thing you will see a lot on 8-man football is the kids both play both ways. So the Howard, who's been the main running back, was the main tackle on that play.
yeah, Alex Murillo is coming out of the game right now. Looks like he's an ankle or something.
He's limping. He's got his helmet off. That's not a good sign for somebody that we've called his name at least, I think this is the 3rd time now.
Yeah.
So Raft River sets up. They're going to go with the shotgun. One back in the backfield. Whitaker looks to take it himself into the end zone. He goes up the middle. He gets in. It's a touchdown, Raft River. Josh, we've got all the makings for a high-scoring game all of a sudden. At least as you look at Raft River and what they're designed to do. If you're following 1D1 here in the state of Idaho, you see last night the number 2 ranked team, the team that Raft River beat, and the last year's state champions, Oakley, I believe it's the Oakley Hornets, absolutely thumped Genesee 80-36. So usually you hear that in a basketball game.
Yeah, that's a basketball score. I have to get used to that.
Yeah, so this one could be a high-scoring game too, as we've got a great offense so far showing with Raft River. Potlatch capable of being the same. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion as Whitaker throws into the end zone, and guess who he connects with? That's number 9, Seth Tracy. So Tracy making his presence known today as he picks up the 2-point conversion for Raft River. That's going to bring the score to the Raft River Trojans 14, and the Potlatch Loggers still not able to be into the scoring part of tonight's game, so they're going to still be a 0. Winner of today's game will face up Lapawai from northern Idaho, as they defeated last night in an equally offensive game. They defeated Prairie 68-36. So, Josh, if you're expecting a 14-13 game, you're going to be really disappointed, because it's going to be what we've experienced so far. A lot of movement, a lot of scoring. I expect we'll see scores in the 50s as a minimum today.
At least 50. I'm expecting around 60 to 70 points. I'm ready for basketball season to start. So
Josh is getting excited. And we appreciate Josh being with us today. He's not been feeling well, bless his heart. He poured himself out of bed, took enough Dayquil to survive. We hope the day, and he's here with us. Grateful that he is. Raft River now with a kick. They again do a squib kick. It obviously is intended that way, and Potlatch, as they go in to make the catch, the return man goes to his knee. That's Avery Palmer again. He didn't mean to, because he went to his knee and popped right up and was going to run, and the officials blow it dead, say that's not how that works, guys. We're going to start at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Loggers. Josh, we've got 4 minutes left in the first quarter. You enjoying this yet?
Oh, I'm loving it. I want to see Potlatch put some points up on the board now.
That's it. I want to see both teams have some success here. It's high school
Here
playoffs. Here we go as Howard gets the handoff. He's going to go up the middle, bucks around the outside. He's going to take it down to the 49-yard line of the Trojans. That'll be a 1st and 10 for Potlatch. And better than that, a little bit of life into the team.
Yeah, Tyler Howard used his body right there. He's a big kid, for this division. So he.
Well, it's tough to say. You look at him; the kid looks like he's got shoulders all day long. He's got some pretty good thighs. I'd hand it off to him as often as I could. They fake the play to Howard. Tucker's going to take it, rolls around the left side of the field, takes a pretty good hit from the cornerback, but he'll still pick up a gain of 7. And shoot, I'll take a 12 and then a 7 and a 12 and then a 7-yard burn up all day long. It does burn the clock. When you're behind, it's not great, but that's good yardage.
Yeah, Potlatch has be able to run and throw the ball. They just haven't been able to finish yet, and so it looks like they're going to run right here as they're in I formation.
They're going to run it with this one. You got Howard. Howard's going to take the ball. He didn't like the hole that he saw, so he goes to the outside. Decides it's time to turn it up. He'll only get a couple of yards, but I think enough to get the first down. Now they say it is. So it looked like it was shorter play than it was, but he was coming towards the outside at a slant, so when he turned up and only got 2 yards, I thought that's going to be a yard short, but it actually turned out to be a 4-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Loggers, and they're getting closer and closer to the red zone. Let's see if they can punch it in, get some points on the board here, bring him within a score of the Trojans. I formation again. They're giving it to Howard up the middle. Howard's going to power forward, probably a gain of 4 on the play. You gotta, Josh, this is the thing I love about high school sports. You don't see it as much in college because of just the eliteness of the athletes in college. But in high school, you can see some of these kids, they get like 6 inches off the ground and can still go 5 yards.
I can't do that personally.
No, I fall like a rock. All right, they go up the middle. No, they're going to fake on the quarterback option at the top of the screen. And that option, trying to see who that goes to. It's Howard that they option out to. Tucker pitches it out as everybody collapses on him. And Howard's going to pick up the 6-yard, 7-yard gain probably. They'll mark it at the 20. It's the 27-yard mark, roughly.
That's it, yeah. And it looks like they found something with this I formation.
Yeah, I would really be surprised to see them go out of it because they're pounding it away, that good smash mouth football, picking up the yardages. They're not getting stuck. And then they do. They're going to hand that off to Howard. Howard looking for a hole. He doesn't find one, so he just decides to bring down the whole Raft River team as he goes for a stroll. He'll pick up a gain of probably 4, maybe 5. Looks like they're going to give him 4.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised right here since they've run about 50 yards in this I formation. I want to see some play action right here.
Well, that's the great thing about the running game. When you can get everybody biting into that middle, thinking that it's going to be a pound running game. And look, we've got a receiver to each end of the screen. One running back in the backfield. Now this receiver comes in motion. They make the fake to Howard on the outside, and Tucker takes it up the middle. He'll pick up a gain of probably 4 yards. So well played. Smart move by Tucker. You and I are both kind of thinking they're going to go in the air on that. I think Raft River kind of thought that too. And that's how Tucker was able to just find a seam, and he went right straight up the middle, right next to the guard left tackle combo, and takes the ball at the 20-yard line. So it's 3rd and 2 for the Loggers, and back to that I formation. Now the back goes in motion, so he's got one back and Howard in the backfield. He pitches out to, like he's going to pitch to Howard. He doesn't pitch and keeps the ball going in. Raft River reads it well, but it's awfully close to the first down marker. I think close enough they'll bring the sticks out.
Yeah, I think Howard went in the wrong direction for that fake because...
yeah, there was nobody there when he turned to pitch, was there?
No, yeah, Tucker turned to the left, Howard went to the right, and Tucker just kept it to himself. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a pitch or not, but...
All right, the officials don't bring the chains out. They say it's inches short, so it's 4th and inches. I formation for the Loggers. They're going to hand it off to Howard. He's going to take that power through, take the ball down to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Loggers.
I wouldn't change anything right here at all. Keep it going with Howard. He has the momentum right now on this drive. Keep it going for him.
I have to agree. It's always interesting to me as we're calling high school sports. You see a team like this move the ball all the way down the field, and then they get down here within the red zone, in essence. and then they try to throw the pass. They pound it, and then they start throwing the ball and go 3 and out. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter of play. It's the Raft River Trojans 14, the Potlatch Loggers 0, but they do have the ball. They'll start off the second quarter at the Raft River 15 with a 1st and 10. So a lot of exciting action here for the opening of the quarterfinals. I guess not the opening. They had a couple of opening games last night. But the opening of today's games here at Holt Arena, as we'll have a triple header. We'll have this game with the Raft River Trojans and the Potlatch Miners, or the Potlatch Loggers. And then we'll flip to game 2, the Notice Pirates and the Butte County Pirates. We'll have a game of Pirates. It's going to be a hard one to keep track of, right? And then the late game, the 7 o'clock game, it'll be Skyline, and I believe Skyline's taking on Valley View.
I think so.
Check that out and make sure. But 3 games here at Holt Arena today. And you know what? It's just a great day of high school football. There is some college football. Idaho State down in Provo today, taking on BYU Cougars. And we're in the home of Idaho State, so all kinds of ISU paraphernalia here. And
good luck to them. That's all I can say.
Which team?
Idaho State.
Okay. We do support the Idaho State Bengals. All right, Potlatch is going to go. They were going to try to go out of the shotgun with Howard back in motion. Unfortunately, they get flagged and calls the play dead, and an illegal motion call against Potlatch. They're going to bring the ball back to the 20. So it's going to set up 1st and 15, still a 1st down, so plenty of room if they can pick up 4 or 5 yards a pop to get a 1st down and put it at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal if they can get that. All right, Tucker back to throw. He does throw. He's got a man wide open, and he dances into the end zone. Touchdown for the Loggers. That's Wyatt Johnson on the reception from Tyson Tucker, and literally nobody around. As long as you have time to throw, if you miss that pass, you're riding the bench.
Yeah, he got wide open. The safeties, I don't know what they were looking at, but
the safety bit to the receiver over here on the bottom of the screen, or the bottom of the field. Potlatch going right to left as we're calling the game. As you can see it in your mind, I guess. They're going to go now for the 2-point game. Tucker's going to fake it. He's going to dance into the end zone as he goes up the middle. He'll get the 2-point conversion. Now the game a little more interesting for you, Josh, as the Loggers have hit the end zone and trying to make their presence known in this quarterfinal game. The Potlatch Miners now 8, the Raft River Trojans 14. So that's a good way to start the second quarter.
Yeah, and I was wondering when they were going to start that play action off of that I formation. That's where they hit that touchdown pass, and there it is. And I'm sure they're going to come back to it. You know, they've had success with that and trying to isolate those safeties over there. So.
Well, as long as they stay honest, in other words, they keep that running play going, so that your safety and your corners don't cheat in. You send enough players downfield, you're going to get a man wide open. And I don't think I've ever seen a football player more open on that than there was on that play, as Wyatt Johnson was standing at the goal line looking at his quarterback. And I mean, we're clear up here in the press box, and you could just see him saying, "Please, throw me the ball, please." And Tucker, with his years of experience and wisdom, looks straight at him and says, "I got you, buddy. I got you."
Yeah, he lofted it up for him. No, didn't try to lead him or anything fancy.
Nope. He just said, "Here's a lob pass. Nobody around you. Play center field. Get underneath it." And he does. So Potlatch now get an interesting formation. It looked like for a minute they were going to go onside, and now the whistle blows and they go back into regular kickoff formation. So I don't think it's going to be an onside, and it's not. They boot a good boot. It's received by Raft River at the 15-yard line. Raft River just goes straight up the middle, brought down by Potlatch at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 25, Isaac McNeil, that hit him. He hit him pretty hard right there.
He did hit him hard. That's how I was trying to see the number. Thanks for covering for me. You know, every now and again when you're broadcasting a game, and we know that this is an audio, not a video broadcast, and And so we know we're trying to help describe it for you guys, but every now and again you just see a hit, and you're like, wow, who was that? And you're kind of lost for words. So we apologize for that. Thanks to Josh for actually jumping in. A great hit by Potlatch, and a little bit more life now in Potlatch than we were seeing previously. Raft River now needing to drive the field and keep the score difference 2 touchdowns. Whitaker takes a snap out of the shotgun. Howard into the backfield. Whitaker rolls around. He's got enough time. He's going to throw downfield, intending for his favorite receiver, Seth Tracy. But because he was being chased for his life, he let that go a little bit too much. Tracy not able to bring it in. Howard definitely right there on his. It's hard to throw a 30-yard pass when you're running at an angle.
Yeah, it was pretty close, though. Tracy did have a step. It was maybe a foot or two long, but that was a good effort by him right there.
Impressive, I think. Whitaker's, he's got some talent there, Raft River. Out of the I formation, they're also going to hand off to their back. That's number 34, Dreg Whitaker. I wonder if they're brothers or both juniors.
There's 3 Whitakers on the team.
These are both juniors, so it makes you wonder, are they twins or are they cousins? And then you got a senior, Tegan Whitaker. Makes you want to say it's all in the family. 3 kids in 2 years would be a nightmare for them all.
Twins and an older brother.
Yeah, there we go. Whitaker going to fake the handoff. He's going to hand off to his fullback. Fullback brought down by Howard at the line of scrimmage. And that's an interesting turn of events as the Potlatch Loggers have really got, with that touchdown, got some enthusiasm from the offensive play. And the defense looking a lot tighter as so far it's now a 4th and 9, and Raft River no choice when they're at their own 30-yard line having to punt. They'll get off a nice punt, but it's kind of a short one. Gets a definite Raft River bounce as it's going to roll about 20 yards beyond where it hit. So they'll mark it down at the 33-yard line. But that came down at the 48. And I thought, if that's one of those, like my golf game, ball comes down and then bounces backwards, you could be in trouble.
It's better than my golf game because it just goes sideways. So
I'll remember to take you golfing, Josh. I always got to have somebody who makes you feel good about your game, right?
Oh, yeah, always.
All right, Potlatch lines up in that power formation again. Handed off to Howard up the middle. That's not Howard, my apologies. That's Avery Palmer with the carry. So instead of going with Howard, they went with the halfback.
Yeah, I think they're giving Howard a little bit of a breather. He had a big defensive drive and a big offensive drive there, so.
Wise move, but he makes a good decoy at this point too, because he's been pulling every play. Out of that I formation, Palmer goes in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to Howard. Tucker rolls around. He's looking downfield for his receiver. He gets him, but they say he's out of bounds. So he connected to Isaac McNeil, but McNeil brings the ball down in well out of bounds. It'll be no catch. And a third down, I guess it is, for Potlatch.
Yeah, Tucker was getting chased right there, so it was a little bit hard of a throw to hit him on that sideline. But
Josh, I think both teams getting comfortable in their skins, if you will.
Yeah.
The excitement of a playoff game in the Holt Arena, big, college program here. A fumble on the play as the exchange between Tucker and Howard. Howard wisely just goes down on it, but it's going to be a loss, and that's going to bring up 4th and 10. From the 33 for Potlatch. They'll have no choice to do what Raft River just did, and that is kick it away.
I'm wondering if that was a play action because the receiver over here was waving his arms like he was wide open. So I
just
don't
a little junkyard or high school recess. Hey, I'm open. Everybody's open. All right, Potlatch with the kick. It takes that bag bounce back towards Potlatch. Potlatch is not able to bring it down until they get basically to the line of gain. So it's going to be a net gain of 10 yards on that kick. And that's what I was worried about on that last Raft River punt that they got to go their way, 15 yards. This one came back 12 yards. It's marked down at the 43-yard mark of Potlatch. So definitely that not in the Loggers' favor.
They got lucky right there. It didn't hit anybody.
That's true. Very true. All right, Raft River's going to hand it off up the middle to Lowmiller. Lowmiller fumbles the ball as he goes. Oh, no, he keeps a hold of it. He just stuck his hand out. They're going to say his knee went down after a gain of 3 on the play.
He's trying to get into the ref's head. Say, ref, I landed a yard longer than you saw.
Sometimes that works. I was on a game last night, another quarterfinals game, where the running back had a habit of, once he was brought down, he'd roll.
Oh.
And so he'd roll over a number of times. He rolled over a couple of the tacklers and got an extra 2 yards out of it. All right, Whitaker's going to take the ball. There's nobody to throw, so he's coming around this side of the screen, going to take the corner. He's still going. He's going. He's going into the end zone. We're waiting to see if they call him stepping out of bounds. I don't see, and the official now signals touchdown. Everybody on the Loggers thought that Whitaker had stepped out of bounds at the 25-yard mark, and they just pulled up and let him go by. Whitaker, not sure what was going on, kept running, and he kind of turned around and looked at everybody saying, hey, is this really a touchdown, as he crossed the goal line? And the officials looking at each other. Nobody said he stepped out of bounds, so finally the line judge says that he did cross the plane. It is a touchdown. Raft River with the score.
Yeah, Potlatch was trying to just push him out of bounds instead of wrapping him up.
Yeah, it's always dangerous in this game so fast. So the PAT, they're going to throw it as Whitaker throws to Tucker in the end zone, but he had to get that off fast as the Loggers got in the backfield. It's going to fall incomplete. So the score now with 8 minutes and 27 seconds left in this halftime, the Raft River Trojans 20, the Potlatch Loggers 8. Now let's take just a minute to recognize some of our Raft River commercial sponsors here in tonight's game. AMI Supply, they provide you with agriculture and industrial equipment and tools in the Burley area. Their friendly staff will help you find the tools you need for any project, and they guarantee you will be satisfied with their service. That's a great guarantee. Call them today at 208-678-4632 or stop by at 719 Overland Avenue in Burley. AMI is a huge supporter of Raft River student athletes and very proud of their football team. AMI Supply will be proudly cheering on the Trojans in today's game. Also, Raft River Electric. Raft River Rural Electric is proud to support Raft River Athletics, and they want to wish the Trojans good luck in today's journey towards another state championship appearance. Thank you to AMI and Raft River Electric for being our commercial sponsors, part of our commercial sponsors in today's game. Okay, Josh. Not quite the high-scoring game we thought it was going to be as we opened up here, but it is a 20-8 game in favor of Raft River. 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time to get, I don't know, another 30 points on the board.
Probably.
All right, the kick is off. Potlatch gets the ball. He's going to come around to the left side of the field, the short field. He steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but there's a couple of flags that fly on what looked to be an illegal block to the back. The official indicates it's a holding penalty against the Loggers. And it didn't need to. It was the difference in 3 yards. You know, if you've ever coached, maybe you haven't yet, ever coached kids, you just want to say, in anytime you hold, anytime you block in the back, usually not worth it. You know, we get a good gain. You know, we'll take the good gain. And the difference is, you know, like that, 3 yards. And so in this instance, it's a difference of 15 yards as the Potlatch back at their own 28. They're going to hand it off up the middle. That's Howard. Howard's going to go up the middle, then kicks it out to the top of the screen. He's going to pick up the first and powers forward for another 5 yards beyond the first down. So they make up all the ground they lost with that penalty. They bring it out to the 43-yard mark. That's a 1st and 10 for the Loggers. So the offense for the Loggers taken up right where they left off on that last series where they're able to get a touchdown. It's going to be interesting to see if they can continue that. And if they can, what that's going to do to the score.
Yeah. Howard's running really good right now. Let's see if the coaching staff keeps giving them the ball.
And they do again. Give it to Howard. He powers up the middle. Not quite the same gain as he only picks up about 2 yards. Raft River doing a good job of reading. You know, 8-man, you don't have the luxury. If you're playing 11-man football, a guy like Howard that's just been such a dominant force, you put what's called a headhunter on him.
Yeah.
Your job, make sure he doesn't go anywhere. That's your only job.
Yep.
Can't afford that in 8 man. Everybody's got a job. Everybody's got a position. They're going to give it to Palmer on this one. Palmer takes the ball in a quick read. He's going to power up through the middle, and he'll pick up a gain of about, I'm going to call it 6 yards, I think. That'll set up a 3rd and 2 for the Loggers. Certainly something that with their running game, capable of doing, and hopefully they can.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised at all if they just hand it off to Howard. Here they are, I formation, so I'm sure Raft is expecting the same thing.
I'm going to watch, see if Raft brings the blitz. They don't, which I thought they would. Howard gets the call. He goes up the middle, gets stopped as he hits his own blocker, goes off the left of him, and powers forward for another 5 yards. His blockers probably come out with huge bruises in their back as he powers into them and goes by them. They're going to put the ball at the 43-yard line. That's 1st and 10 for Potlatch as they're at the 43 of the Trojans. So moving the ball nicely again. They go now with a single back in the backfield. Tucker's going to keep the ball, try to make the run, and boy, nothing there. I think they give him perhaps a yard, maybe two. They're giving him 2 now. What you have to be careful about, though, is he was hit. It's kind of stopped. Raft River, and I didn't catch who did it, came through, grabbed his jersey, and just spun him into the ground. When that's your quarterback, you don't like to see that.
No, not at all.
Because his head went into the turf. This turf isn't as forgiving as grass, believe it or not. Same formation. Tucker back to throw. He's got a man open. He throws. He connects. But Raft River reads it well, brings the man down immediately.
Pass complete to Isaac McNeil.
And number 25 for Potlatch, Isaac McNeil, with the reception, but the gain of only about 4 yards. So we're going to set up a 3rd and 5 for Potlatch. Been moving the ball so well. They're going right to left in front of us as we're painting the field. Raft River defending from the left. They're going to set up not in the power I, which I thought they would. They're going to fake the handoff to Howard. They're looking to set up a screen to Howard, and Raft River got past the blockers. I think maybe they were headhunting Howard, and as Howard made the catch, they're there, bring him down. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. And now a big 4th down at the Raft River 40. This is country where I think you could probably say you're safe to go for it, but Raft River's punter hasn't had great success, so I think you could actually punt it and maybe get Raft River down in the under the 10. They're not going to do that. They're going to go with the wing.
Now they will.
Yep, now they have to. As the guard, the right guard on the Raft River line moved, he didn't get the right call as to what count to go on. He moved. They'll move the ball back 5 yards.
Yeah, this Raft River fan base is getting loud in here. I know it's not a big school or anything, but they're getting pretty loud, and I'm pretty sure it's hard to hear down there right now.
Well, Raft River travels well. Wow. Tucker back to throw. He throws. He gets hit hard, and the ball is not caught as it was intending for Wyatt Johnson, but a flag flies in the area of a pass interference. It's a holding penalty against Raft River, which is a lesser form of pass interference. Holding's only a 10-yard penalty, not a 15, but that 10 yards is going to get him a 1st down. No, it's not.
4th and 3rd.
Oh, I'm confused.
Because it was 4th and 13, and then they had a holding. Now it's 4th and 3.
Okay, so it was 13, that's why.
Wow.
Okay. Thanks for keeping me honest, Josh. I'm glad you're here with me.
It's my only job right now.
That's a tough job, too. All right, Potlatch not liking, actually Raft River not liking what they're seeing. They're going to call a timeout. That'll give us another few minutes before halftime to recognize other of our commercial advertisers here with us. Among them, Hansen's Hub. Hansen's Hub in Malta has everything you need. Their market is stocked daily with items that you need to get you through your day, like snacks, drinks, groceries, and more. Get homemade sandwiches at their deli and even fresh pizza. Hanson's Hub is proud to be a part of the local community that they serve, and they wish the Trojans good luck in today's game. You know what, Josh? The problem with reading these commercial sponsors like this, I got a hankering for a hoagie sandwich now, a couple of snacks and some drinks from Hanson's Hub.
I need to go get a hoagie from Hanson, huh?
Yeah. Also, UD Angus Plus in Rockland can fulfill all your cattle needs with Angus, Red Angus or Black and Red Sima Angus. They're available today from UD Angus Plus. Good luck to all teams today. All right, a fumble on the play. It's looking like Raft River has recovered. They have. And what was looking to be a broken play, Potlatch fumbles the ball. Raft River recovers. Best possible scenario for Raft River.
Yeah, Potlatch lined up again in that I formation, and they were trying to get it to Howard on a read option, but the ball went backwards, and that's a fumble, and it was going to be a turnover on down anyway, and here we are. So
I think that's one where they should have punted. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? All right, Raft River takes over. They go out under center. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and that one could go all the way. Unless the Potlatch return man, and the Potlatch return man brings him down at the 9-yard line. Wow, that was phenomenal. That was Thane Lohmiller taking it through the middle all the way down to the 9-yard line. Who was on the tackle, Josh?
That was Wyatt Johnson. I mean, Logmeyer, it seemed like that was a touchdown, but Wyatt Johnson did not give up on this play.
I think Logmeyer ran out of a little bit of gas because he just took it almost 50 yards.
I mean, I would have ran out of gas about 10 yards, so yes, that is very much a possibility.
So heads up, but yeah, great move to bring him down. Raft River now takes a snap. They're going to go up the middle. Again, Lohmeyer, and he meets Howard as they have a little conversation about where the best running back in the game resides. And they walk away with a draw, no gain on the play. I always love to see two running backs going at each other because, they have respect. As Howard took him down, then turned around and offered his hand, helped him up. Gentlemen to the core. All right, they're going to go out of the shotgun now for Raft River. They're showing that they can go under center, out of the shotgun, naked backfield for Whitaker. Now 3 receivers top the screen, and Whitaker just takes it up the field, up the middle, dances into the end zone, and really the last 3 yards, he wasn't even trying. I mean, he juked out the 2 corners and the safety midfield, and they just let him go by him. Not quite sure what happened. Almost acted like they thought the play was blown dead, but it was not. That's the second one in a row where they thought the play was dead.
Yep.
And Raft River scored on both of those. So Raft River into the end zone. It's 26-8 in favor of Raft River. And Raft River now getting the opportunity to go for the 2-point conversion. They haven't been overly successful, so they're going to go into the power formation. They're going to pitch it out to Cole Spencer. Spencer's not going to make it in the end zone, and probably even worse, a flag's going to fly on the play. Personal foul, face mask against Potlatch, so they'll get another opportunity to take it into the end zone. And the ever-aware Josh up here in the box was able to make that call when I'm looking around trying to figure out what they'd call. Way to go, Josh.
No, yeah, I saw that. I'm happy the ref saw that because I was right in the middle of the pile that was moving. So
that's a tough call.
It is a tough call. I couldn't be a ref, so.
Yeah, I got a really good friend who is a ref, both football and basketball, and it's a tough job.
Nice.
Potlatch, Raft River again handing off to Spencer. Cole Spencer, not to be confused with. I thought there was another Spencer there. I guess maybe not. I was thinking I was confusing it with Tracy, Seth Tracy, Cole Spencer. Spencer does not get into the end zone. The PAT, 2-point PAT, no good. And so the score, 26-8 in favor of the Raft River Trojans with 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in the half here in the quarterfinal game that will determine who gets to go up against Lapawai. Is that how I say it, Lapawai?
I believe so, yeah. You know, there's a lot of Trojan teams in the state of Idaho.
Yeah, you were on a Trojan game last night.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Well,
Rigby
USC has their influence. That's all I can say.
Well, my high school was the Trojans as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's nationwide. When you have a team as dominant as the USC Trojans, University of Southern California, they make their influence on a lot of different teams. And let's be honest, there's only so many mascot names. You know, as Pocatello was changing their name to not offend the indigenous people, they changed their name this year to the Pocatello Thunder.
Yeah, I like that name too.
Kind of, yeah. The acoustics on that, I think, would be awesome. All right, the kickoff, good. Potlatch takes it at the 35. Going to bring it back about the 43. Was that Howard on that?
Isaac McNeil was the one that
McNeil?
returned it, yeah.
It was a pretty good move. He caught it on the run and just kept running. So great move. Potlatch really now needing, down substantially here, 26-8 with just under 3 minutes to go. Needing to make a couple of quick strikes and get into the end zone before halftime. The locker room discussion becomes very different if he can do that.
Oh, I like this play.
Nice handoff to the top of the screen. They're going to give that to Wyatt Johnson. Johnson looks like he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Loggers! That was a great play. You called it. You thought it was coming, Josh. And maybe you should go into coaching or broadcasting.
No, yeah, Wyatt Johnson lined up as a tight end, and they handed to the tight end, and everybody else was going in the opposite direction. And
literally everyone else.
Yeah.
He hit that sideline, made the cut. Nobody around. Raft River doing a good job of sending a couple of athletes trying to catch up to him, but too little, too late.
Yeah. Yeah, great play designer there by the coach. Good call.
Okay, 2-point conversion. They're lining up. Tucker's going to take the ball. He drops back to pass. He passes into the middle. He's got a receiver. That's Seth Tracy. And Tracy makes the catch. The 2-point conversion good. That's been an interesting thing as the Raft River not able to convert on, I think, 1 out of their 4 scores on the PAT. And in this instance, the second score for Potlatch, they're able to get both of their conversions. And now the score a little bit more respectable for the halftime conversation, as they're now 16. Potlatch Loggers 16, Raft River Trojans 26. Only 10-point difference, and 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. So that scoring play from the 43, their own 43, took exactly 14 seconds off the clock.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, if they get a stop right here, they can score again. So they can make this last 2 minutes and 43 seconds will be very interesting.
Well, either team can score. I mean, we have plenty of time for either team to score, and they've both shown that they can move the ball within a minute.
Yep, within 20 seconds.
Well, you just don't have the coverage that you do in 11 man, so you have to play a lot of zone for these positions.
Yeah.
And zone is a tough one to defend if you've got a good receiver or a good running back. All right, Potlatch again with the interesting formation, huddled up around the ball. The whistle blows. They go back in a normal formation. Get the nice boot. Ball bounces at the 12-yard line where Raft River will take it. Come out to the 15, the 20, and he's going to come down about the 21-yard mark.
You know, I love this 8-man mainly because their left tackle is their kicker. I love it. You know, normal games, any 11-11 pro college, you'll never see a left tackle do a kickoff.
Nope. But it is. It's not just 11 man. In high school, that happens a lot. I've watched a team I do some announcing for in the PA position. Their big guy, 98. Plays defensive line. He's their punter.
I love it.
Last night, they had one of their receivers, their tight end was their punter. The kid's name was Gunter. I named him Gunter the punter all night long. Raft River now with the play. A quick throw from Whitaker out to Tracy. Tracy brings not Tracy. Yeah, well,
it was Tracy,
Spencer, wasn't it? I think it was Spencer, actually, number 2.
Yeah,
he made the catch.
Great tackle by Avery Palmer right there. If he didn't make that tackle,
it was gone.
Yeah.
Whitaker now trying to get out of a mess as the pocket collapses. He does. He evades 2 tacklers. Takes the ball downfield. He's dodging tacklers. That kid can dance. How did he pull that off? He's going to pick up the first down as he gets all the way out to the 35-yard line on what should have been a 5-yard sack. He evades two defenders and then runs it up, makes the first down, 1st and 10, Raft River. Whitaker now trying to find somebody to throw to. He's again jukes to people trying to take him down on the backfield. Keeps his feet. He's going to pick up 10, 15. Oh, he's brought down 14 yards. That could have been an ugly tackle. His head jerked around like it was a face mask, but no official in the neighborhood. But he picks up 14 yards.
Whitaker is an athlete. He evaded one sacker, ducked under another one, evaded another. Oh, my goodness.
This is tremendous. Whitaker doing an audition for the IdahoSports.com player of the game. As he drops back, he makes a quick pass. I like that pass was brought down by Briggs, Gabe Briggs, but a short gain, only maybe 3 yards on the play. Timeout. I didn't see who they gave that to. Did you, Josh?
I believe it was a timeout for the Loggers.
Okay, well, that would make sense. They're trying to stop them from getting into the end zone on this series of downs. When twice they had Whitaker for a 5, 6, even 7-yard loss. Just goes to prove you don't tackle high. No. They were trying to take him down by his pads, and Whitaker just literally juked out of the way of one, bent down to his knees from the waist, his shoulders down to his knees, as the other guy went over the top trying to bring him down, and then spun out of it. He did it twice.
Potlatch had everything they wanted right there in that drive so far. They wanted the sacks. They had 2 opportunities to miss both.
Shows the athleticism of Whitaker. The ball fumbled on the snap. Was it fumbled? An illegal motion flag going to be thrown against Raft River. I'm not quite sure what happened.
I think it was a false start right there.
I think the center hiked the ball up to his backside. Nobody was there, so he just fell forward. Nobody else was moving, so they're going to call it a false start. Whitaker looked to be brought down. This time he's going to go down in the backfield. Guess who? Howard.
Yeah, Tyler was not going to let that one get out of his hands. He's a senior. He knows to wrap him up.
Yeah, he's been wrapped up enough. It's going to be a loss of 7 on the play. Big loss for Raft River with under a minute to play now in this half. Whitaker, he's going to take that seam. He's going to bust the seam. He's going to get the first down. 10 beyond, 15 beyond. He gets a gain of 23 yards as they bring the ball down to the 27-yard line. And now in striking range for Raft River. Potlatch, boy, they get that sack and you think they're going to do well. And then nothing.
Yeah, Howard came in on a linebacker blitz again, and
blew by Whitaker.
Blew by him.
A planned quarterback keep as it snapped to him. He saw Whitaker. He sidestepped Whitaker and went right up that middle, and then came to the short side of the field in front of us. Raft River going left to right as we see it, so they run right by the front of us as he ran that play. Whitaker got to be getting tired. That kid's moving and juking and running. Probably picked up about 50 yards just in this down itself.
I feel like on this drive he's picked up about 200.
Well, it's a little bit much. Yeah, a little bit.
That's what it feels like, though. He's running around the backfield, running for his life.
You know, I've seen athleticism on both teams. And that is that's kind of the pleasure of calling 8-man football, is you just see kids who are pure athletes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can see somebody who can run the ball forward when they got 2 monster blockers in front of them. But a kid like Whitaker, I have no idea how tall he is. He doesn't look very tall, but great athleticism. He's going to take that. He's going to roll around right side. He throws out, completes to Tracy. Tracy makes the catch, takes the ball down to the 13-yard line. We're going to set up a 1st and 10 from the 13. And Raft River with the ability, 36 seconds and counting the ability to get in the end zone here with a fresh set of downs. Whitaker again rolls the right side of the field. He's looking. He's going to keep it. He's dancing that end zone. This kid has had to have had dance classes because Potlatch pushed him out. He just turned and kind of balleted, tiptoed, and picked up another yard or two. He's going to be given a 6-yard gain on that play in what should have been a 3-yard gain just by doing some ballet moves along the end zone. And he literally had his hands up and was dancing with his toes. I mean,
you always hear about in the NFL some of the best NFL players. They always take ballet classes or dance classes, and
well,
maybe he has.
I don't know if he has, but I'm telling you this, girls, if you haven't had the privilege of taking him to the dance, you might ought to. This kid can dance in a football uniform. Whitaker takes the ball. He throws it. He's got a receiver, but it's not incomplete as the Potlatch Loggers read it well and come up on Tegan Whitaker and hit him as the ball hits him. And, of course, that just little jolt as the ball hit his shoulder pad and pops out. It's going to be 3rd down. And what have we got? 4 for a first down and 7 for a touchdown. Is that right? Does that read that? 6 or 7?
6 yards, yeah.
19 seconds more the concern. Left in half. They've got to get this in before the clock runs out. I think that's why they're passing. Now they're going to go that power eye. They're going to hand it off to, trying to see who it is. That's Spencer. Yep, Cole Spencer takes it. He's going to go into the end zone. Score, Raft River. It's amazing to me on these last 3 scores, Raft River just kind of almost seems once they get within 5 yards, they pull back, dance a little bit, and act like, yeah, this is old stuff.
Yeah, they're used to doing this. This is why they're the #1 team in the state right now. So they're looking really good, and that was a great answer to that scoring drive from Potlatch. So good answers by Raft River, and they're going for 2.
Let's see if they can get their 2-point conversion now. As Whitaker goes under center in the power eye. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to be caught in the backfield, and he's not going to bring it down. He was thinking about trying to throw it. Wisely brought down. Number 75 on the tackle. Who is that? We haven't called his name. Logan Amos. Is that right?
Yeah, Logan is also the kickoff.
He's the punter?
Yeah,
kicker?
He's the kicker.
Well, he's also the tackler.
Yeah, I'm glad Whitaker, it looked like he was going to try to throw it backwards. I'm glad he smartly, my heart skipped a beat.
It did look like he was trying to make a throw. And, you know, the worst part of high school athletics, whether it's football or basketball, is professional athletics.
Yeah.
When you see a quarterback or a number 3 or 4, a basketball player doing something on TV that you think that looks so stinking cool, I'm going to try that.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, and you can't. They're a pro for a reason.
Yeah, your coaches don't like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine any coach does. And I know as broadcasters, you and I were both looking out there and just mentally saying, don't do it, don't do it, take the ball, go down. It's only 2 points. You throw a pick,
lose nothing.
You throw a pick, and it's a big change. So Potlatch will get the ball back with only 15 seconds left. Now, the last scoring play for Potlatch only took 14 seconds.
Yep.
So could they score again?
I think
score now, Raft River 32.
They haven't thrown the ball downfield a lot, so I want to see it here. They did it on their first drive.
That's true. All right, Raft River kicking off a deep kick. It's going to be fielded and bobbled at the 15. They pick it up, the 20, the 25. A juke move. He gets out of it. He's going to go to the 30 and even the 33 before Raft River finally able to bring him down. That's a great return on a bobbled catch by Howard. Came in, hit his shoulder pad, and bounced through him almost and bounced forward 5 yards. He just, in his athleticism, started running, scooped it up, and kept running.
He's a great runner, absolutely.
All right, so from the 32-yard line, their own 32, Potlatch with 5 seconds left in this half, trying to figure out, they're just going to pitch the ball out. A halfback pass as Howard's now going to throw it. He's got a guy there, but it's intercepted. Guy brought down, they're going to pitch it out on a lateral, and that guy might be, they're going to run out of time. That was Tegan Whitaker. They lateral. I didn't see who got the interception, but whoever got the interception as he was being brought down, latered it back to Spencer. Spencer picks up about 30 yards trying to get it in. He had 1 tackle to beat, That tackler didn't let him get past, so he brought him down. Time runs out, and we'll go into halftime with the Raft River Trojans 32, the Potlatch Loggers 16, on an exciting first half of quarterfinals here in the 2021 State of Idaho football tournament. We're going to fade away to some commercials. We'll discuss a little bit about the first half after the commercials, and we'll get you ready for the second half of play here at Holt Arena.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Athletes know how important it is to stay hydrated. But did you know there are other ways to hydrate besides just drinking water? In fact, milk is a great hydration option because it actually contains water, as well as electrolytes that are lost when your body sweats. So consider taking milk along with you to your next game or competition and enjoy the taste of greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
You train, you sweat, you practice, you go for the gold, you give 110%, but most of all, you aim for greatness. And milk is the performance enhancer that can help get you to your goal. Trusted by athletes and backed by science, there's a healthy helping of greatness in every refreshing glass of milk. So let nature's original sports drink help quench your thirst for greatness. For more help finding your greatness, visit unbottled.com.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley Agronomics, and if you want to maximize your yields and grow more, the country's best agronomists are here to answer your questions, help you find the right products, and take advantage of the newest technologies. Whether you farm 1,000 acres or you're just starting out, we will be here for everything you need to help your farm grow. We're proud to employ your neighbors and be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley Agronomics, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
Anthony Hernandez, Boone and Bell here with Teton Volkswagen. As a part of our no problem guarantee, Teton Volkswagen stands behind every car that rolls off our lot. That's why any car you purchase from us comes with a competitive warranty. Maybe you're looking at the new Atlas Crossport for your next adventure. New cars come with a 4-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Interested in a Jetta? Check out our great selection of certified pre-owns that come with a 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Teton Volkswagen in Idaho Falls, where it's always no problem to buy and service your car.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up, so yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Welcome back to Holt Arena, where we're enjoying some exciting 8-man football as Division I A1 quarterfinals state playoff action underway here, halftime at Holt Arena, as the Raft River Trojans lead the Potlatch Loggers by a score 32-16. Anybody's game. We had all kinds of scoring within 2 minutes. We had 2 touchdowns. So plenty of time for this score to end up being 80-80.
I hope it turns into that in the second half.
Josh told me he really wants to see a 100-point game today, so we'll see if they can do that. About just a minute or two. Looks like the clock's winding down here. The story of the first half, though, Raft River really being able to move this ball at mostly at will, not always. They have had to punt. Potlatch, a little bit streaky. They've moved the ball really well a couple of times, twice not able to get it in the end zone, and then twice able to get it in the end zone. Potlatch has shown that they have the ability to play in this game. They just need to be more consistent in their offense and really in their defense. A couple of times, just as we were discussing prior to coming back on the air, I've seen Potlatch just like pull up when Raft River gets within 5 yards of the end zone. They just kind of give it to them. It's, as they call it in golf, a gimme. And that is not what you need to do. That's when you show your goal line stance, even if you have to play under center at the 1 yard line on your offense. You don't let them have a gimme touchdown. And I've seen Potlatch do that a couple of times. We're hopeful that the coach's discussion in halftime helped them see some of those holes. Potlatch certainly has the offense. They've got the quarterback and the receivers to be able to make some good plays. They got the running back in Howard that can eat up the entire field all the time. And Potlatch with the kick. They're going to kick off. Raft River will be receiving. Raft River will take the ball at the 13. They're going to come up to the 20. Going to try to find a seam. He does find a seam up the middle. He's going to go 30, 35, 40. And he'll be thrown out of bounds about the 44-yard line, and he's lucky he didn't get a horse call or tackle call on that. That was way too close.
Yeah, exaggeration of being thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Not the end of the play that you'd want to be on if you're the ball carrier, because he literally caught some air for a couple of yards.
Yeah, that was the the Potlatch's quarterback that did that too. Showed a little aggression.
Oh, well. I guess you know how it's going to go this half, right? You know how that coach's declaration went at halftime? Handoff up the middle goes to, trying to see, that's not Whitaker, but Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer gets back the line of scrimmage. Was that Howard on the tackle? Did you see?
Yep, it was.
I say, in that spot seems to be Howard coming in from that middle linebacker spot. Tends to fill that hole. The nose tackle for the Loggers, a big guy. If you go down there and look at him, that's a tough man to get around, but they have been. The quarterback option, the pitch out to Spencer. Spencer's going to take the ball, gets down to the 49-yard line. Avery Palmer and Tyson Tucker bring him down. He's going to get a gain of probably 4 on the play. So not a bad option play, but the option play, you always want to pick up 10 yards.
Oh, absolutely, especially an 8-man.
Yeah.
You want to average right around probably between 6 to 15 yards a run there for 8-men.
With the option, I mean, that's the take, that your quarterback draws everybody in, and when you make that pitch, you pick up at least, like you said, 6 at a minimum. They got 4, so not bad, but still third down for them. Whitaker with a pass out to Tracy. Tracy makes the catch, but only going to be good for maybe 2 yards as he's pushed out of bounds by Avery Palmer. Palmer all of a sudden all over the field here. I think he's playing the cornerback position, so he's playing the zone out here, and he's also plugging the middle.
Yeah, Avery's making some great plays. He made some great plays in the end of that first half, and he's starting off the second half right for him. And I'm really like the way he's playing right now, especially in open field tackling.
The athleticism that we saw out of the quarterback Whitaker, Tate Whitaker, in this just before halftime was phenomenal, and so I expect him, and he does. He keeps the ball. He's going to take it up the middle, come around the corner. He continues. Palmer had him by the jersey, and Palmer went out of bounds, thought that he had Whitaker out of bounds, and Whitaker breaks away, picks up another 3 yards. He's a master at that. We're going to start calling him Whitaker, not Whitaker. We're going to call him Houdini.
Houdini.
Guy's got the ability to disappear.
I mean, he's looking like Lamar Jackson out there.
He really is. First down now for Raft River. They're marking the ball at the 41-yard line, and Whitaker brings them out of what was not working. He's going to take it from the shotgun, a quick pass. I think that's out to Spencer. And correction, that's to whatever relative, Tegan Whitaker. Whitaker's going to take the ball and push it forward for a gain from the catch. He picks up another 7 yards, so it'll be a first down, and they'll mark the ball at the 27, 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Raft River. So Raft River stalled the first 2 plays down here coming out of half, but these last 3 or 4 moving the ball, picking up 10 yards at a time.
You know, I just noticed this, but the Raft River, whenever they huddle, they hold hands.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that until that's old school.
Whitaker with in the backfield, a man in motion. He doesn't take either one of them. He sets up the screenplay, makes a connection to Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer is going to push forward and get down to the 16, 17-yard line. And again, the quarterback for Potlatch, Tucker, on the tackle. He brings him down. But that's a first down, Raft River. That didn't work out so well for him last time they ran the screenplay. This time worked out just like you wanted to.
Yeah, and they're going to go back and watch this film, and Lohmeyer, he had 20 yards on the outside. If he had just continued, I bet she could turn the corner.
Tough to see on that field, getting excited. You know, do I go up the middle? Do I take the corner?
And we're saying that from up here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whitaker hands off on a delayed trap. That trap's going to go into the end zone, and that is Cole Spencer, who faked the great fake. Whitaker handed off. Everybody watched his right hand give it to Lohmeyer. Everybody caved in on Lohmeyer, and with the backhand, his left hand, he handed that off to Spencer. Spencer took it, and literally no one addressed him. He was down by the goal line before anybody figured it out. That was a beautiful execution of that play.
A little hide and seek, maybe, for the ball?
It worked.
It worked.
I've never seen it run quite that well as he took it in from
what were they, the 17, and just untouched into the end zone. So Raft River scores again. They're going to set up and see if they can get the 2-point conversion. Whitaker takes the ball, rolling out to the right side. Nothing there, so he's now rolling to the left side. He throws, comes under his receiver. It'll fall incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. Seems like the last 3 plays for Raft River's PATs have all had flags on them.
I think you're right.
That's dangerous. It's a personal foul against Raft River. I'm not sure what that means, but the official says Ramsey's 2 fists together. Personal foul, that's got to be a punch or using hands to the face. I'd call that juggernaut, but I don't think that's an official call. But because of that, Potlatch wisely just declines the penalty, and the result of the play will stand. The PAT no good. So Raft River being able to score at will is the score now. Raft River 38, Potlatch 16. But the Trojans having trouble picking up that 2-point conversion. So I think we're seeing here, Josh, is that Raft River has an excellent game within the 20, but not within the 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly. And, you know, when Potlatch comes back on offense here in any minute, I want to see them. Their first drive, they had a 75-yard or probably a 60-yard throw.
Yeah,
that got completed.
First, you're right.
The very first play, and they haven't gone back down the field since. And so I want to see them come out and do something of that nature to bring this more of a closer game for them.
I'm with you. They get a nice kick. Potlatch is going to field it. They're back to the 20, the 30. They're going to come down about the 33-yard line. And so that'll set up in decent field position. If I had a team and I could get a 30, 33, 35-yard start on every possession, I'd take it in a heartbeat. And they will, with the ability, like you said, Josh, drop back and throw that pass. The only reason they didn't score on that pass is that the receiver ran out of gas.
That's about it, yeah.
They should have scored. All right, they'll set up. Out of the shotgun, lone back in the backfield, Howard. They're going to give it to Howard. He's going to push forward, pick up a gain of 2 on the play. Raft River acting like they addressed that middle issue with Howard at halftime, because that certainly hasn't been beneficial as it was in the first half for Potlatch to run up the middle. Howard was picking up 4 to 6, 7 yards every time he carried the ball up the middle.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a great average right now when you look at his stats.
Yeah, I'm sure. Going to fake that play to Howard. They're going to go over the top. They've got a pass. Tucker throws. I'm not quite sure who that receiver. That was incomplete.
Is thrown number 8 Wyatt Johnson, and Johnson seems to be their deep threat, and
well, he was there. He just was a yard, maybe not even a yard, maybe 2 feet in front of him. But I was waiting to see if there was going to be a flag play, because there was some hand play between the offense and defense, and that can go either way when they're both kind of pushing off on each other. But I
think that's what the rest were thinking too.
Tucker back to pass. He's looking. He's got a receiver coming out of the backfield, and Howard's going to take the catch, make the catch. He's going to push forward, and his second effort's going to get him a first down. His first effort would have left him shy, and so he had a tackler. He spun. The tackler drug him with him and had to have 2 other tacklers come in and help from Raft River. But he moves the ball down to the 44-yard line, gets the line of gain and a yard. And from the 44, it's going to be 1st and 10, Potlatch, as they kind of pull themselves out of what was looking to be a little bit of a slump there.
Tyler Howard is really impressive. He's been impressing me this first half and start this third quarter.
That young man all over the field. I'm with you. He's certainly making his play for IdahoSports.com Player of the Game. If they don't win, then he's the honorable mention. Tucker throws deep. A little miscommunication between him and his receiver, Isaac McNeil. McNeil went down about 25 yards and then did a button hook cut. Saw the pass was going a lot deeper than that. Tucker must have thought he was going on a straight break for the end zone. McNeil wisely turned upfield trying to catch up to the ball, but not able to do so. It's too bad if he got on a straight streak, that pass could have been right over his shoulder and into the end zone. As it is, 2nd and 10. They're going to again look to go in the air. Tucker makes a throw. He throws into double coverage. That's a brave move with double coverage. Trying to pick up Johnson there. It'll fall incomplete. But there is a flag. Yep. Thank goodness for the PA announcer. I didn't notice that. It's a holding penalty against Potlatch.
I think they heard me, and they've come out 3 straight throws. That's
well, 3 straight drops too.
3 straight drops. Yeah, a little miscommunication.
Howard didn't make the catch.
Yes, you're correct.
So they're going to mark off 10 yards. Going to set up 2nd and 20. Now Potlatch back down where they kind of started. In fact, plus some. Needing to gain the 20-yard line to gain for the first down. More than that, they need to keep this drive alive, get some excitement in their boys, get some points on the board for the first time this half. Miscommunication there, and it's going to be a big loss as Tucker trying to pass, trying to hand off. Josh, can you see what happened? There were so many bodies in the backfield, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, so the Loggers scored in that second quarter on a tight end run right there. And they were trying to do that same thing, but there was miscommunication with Tyler Howard and their tight end at the time, Wyatt Johnson.
Oh, so that was the collision I saw.
So there was a collision right there. So they both ended up with the ball in their hands.
And loss of 5 on the play.
Yeah.
So big 3rd down, 3rd and forever. 28 yards for the first down. Tucker with the quarterback option pitch out. He pitches out. Howard makes the corner, but not much. Get back the line of scrimmage is about all. I think Tucker, if you're running the option play optimally, the quarterback's going to take that back to the line of scrimmage before he kicks it out, and then the running back or whoever's taking the option play has that opportunity to cut it up and pick up the yardage. Tucker, I think, because he was under a collapsing pocket, pitched it out way deep. So bring up a 4th and forever. Potlatch will get it off. A short punt. Again, only going to get it back to, they get a little bit of a Potlatch roll. It goes 3 yards beyond the line of gain for their own first down. So net yield isn't very good on that punt. But again, their lineman, Logan Amos, the punter, giving it his all. He's going both ways, punting. I wonder if he probably plays special teams as well.
Oh, yeah.
That kid's going to need a breather here in a minute.
Every single time I hear Potlatch, I've been wanting to say potluck this whole game.
Yes. Yeah.
I am getting hungry, I think.
Folks, the challenge is we're here all afternoon. No food here in Holt Arena on this side of the play. Raft River going to take the ball. They're going to pull it around the left side of the field. That's number 28, Alex Murillo. I think that's right.
Yep.
Murillo or Murillo. I want to say Murillo. What a great play. He took it around the left side of the field, picked up a gain of 25 yards. They bring him down at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Raft River. And Raft River now again trying to set up another touchdown and move their score into the 40s and put it in, I'm not going to say unattainable catch-up mode for Potlatch, but certainly Potlatch is going to have to stop them here and not allow them to make that score and get some points up on the board, as it's a 38-16 Raft River advantage at this point. All right, Whitaker's going to go out of the shotgun with a back in the field. Whitaker rolls to the right side. He throws, connects to Tracy. Tracy avoids his tacklers, and he's going to dance into the end zone. 2 different tacklers, Palmer, who knows how to tackle, and McNeil, both had shots at him. And all I can say right now is Tracy's learning from Whitaker. I don't know if they take the same dance classes, but a little spin and a little juke. And both of the defenders come up with air, and Tracy just dances into the end zone. So now the Trojans, 44, trying to set up a kick for their PAT, since the 2-point PAT has not been advantageous for us. The kick is up. It looks like it's going to be good. It is good. And a wise move on the behalf of the Raft River Trojans, as they now go up with a 1-point extra point, 45-16, Raft River. And Raft River pulling away. Potlatch needing to seriously get some points on the board to stay in the relevance of this game. And we'd like to recognize our power boosters. These are the folks who make sure that they support the team year in, year out, broadcast in, broadcast out, help make sure you have this coverage today, whether you're here. We hope that if you're not here, you're snuggling up to a nice warm fire, enjoying a beautiful fall day here in Idaho as you listen to your favorite team in state quarterfinal playoff action. Today, our power boosters for the Potlatch Loggers, Latai Realty, Shorts Funeral Chapel, and for the Raft River Trojans, AMI Supply. Our gratitude to those supporters. And certainly our commercial sponsors, Raft River Electric, Raft River Rural Electric is proud to support the Raft River Athletics and wants to wish the Trojans the best of luck in their journey back to another state championship appearance. And UD Angus Plus in Rockland, they can fulfill all your cattle needs with Angus. Red Angus or black and red semi-Angus available today from UD Angus Plus. Good luck to all area teams. And now we're going to get a kickoff. Raft River kicks off. Potlatch is going to field it. Again, a bobble. They pick it up. Howard's going to pick it up and power out to the 36-yard line. I'm not quite sure how they bobble every one of these kicks and still get decent field advantage. That's not Howard. My apologies. It's Isaac McNeil. McNeil showing he's got some guts. Howard's been sharing some of that no-fear mentality with him as he picked that up and powered right into a line of Trojans and was still able to get 6 yards after he picked it up.
I think they bobble the catches just to make sure their coaches are awake. Give their coaches a little bit of a heartache.
Make sure that the fans are paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh. Tucker takes the ball. Oh. A fumble on the play. It looks like Potlatch will get back there. Tucker kept the ball, was trying to get something out of nothing, and the ball kicked out of his hands, recovered by Logan Whitney for Potlatch, and he, if we're in the pros, that's when the quarterback buys the guy a new car off the line because he just saved the quarterback. Potential embarrassing, but certainly a loss of 5-6 yards still on that play. So it's a second down, 16 for Potlatch. When they're needing to make something happen, they fake a short pass. They're going long to Johnson. It's going to be picked off by Raft River. That pass just underthrown. And guess who the defender was? Seth Tracy, the guy who just scored the touchdown. And literally, it just flittered right over his shoulder pad. Yeah. He didn't have to do anything. He knows how to catch that. And Johnson was literally trying to pull it away from him, saying, "That's my ball. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm open." And nothing doing as Raft River intercepts the ball, and they'll set up at the midfield, going left to right. And Whitaker's going to take the snap. He's looking. He's going to keep the ball running around the right side. Now he's going to juke back to the midfield. He's going to pick up the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10. He's going to go all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Raft River. That's a 50-yard quarterback touchdown run by the Raft Rivers quarterback, Tate Whitaker. And Tate having the game of his life, at least from my point of view. Josh, he's all over the place, got well over 100 yards, closer maybe to 150 yards rushing for a quarterback. Wow.
Once again, Potlatch got into the backfield. Tate ran right around him as the PT goes through. No,
he goes wide left.
Sorry, from our point of view, it looked good.
Well, I'm watching. It went behind the bar.
Oh.
But he had enough height. Just had a hook on it, like my golf game.
Yeah, but Tate Whitaker is very athletic. Even the Potlatch defenders were even trying to keep them inside the field, but he just ran right by them.
I tell you what, the ability for him to juke and move. I keep saying he's a dancer, but I'm not sure he's not. Just his ability to leave defenders coming in on him. We saw 4 tackles that I thought, well, it's a great run, but it's coming down here. And he juked, made a move, whatever you want to call it, and left the defender grasping air as he went to the ground. And he came from midfield, came up the midfield, and then came short field onto our side of the field, cut back up and went to the top of the field and crossed over right at the Potlatch side of the field. So he got 50 yards out of it, but he probably ran 80.
Yeah. It's more yards than I've run in a long time.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. We had to carry the camera equipment up the stairs here to press box. That was a tough enough deal. All right, Raft River kicks off. Johnson's going to field the catch. And does not bobble it, but he's able to bring it out to the 37-yard line. He's dragged down, and he comes up a little bit lame. He's kind of limping. But in true spirit of 8-man football, he shakes his leg a little bit and runs over to the huddle saying, hey, if this is going to be my last game of the season, I'm not coming out.
Nope. And I believe he is a senior, so.
That's what I was just going to look. Is he a senior?
He's a junior.
Junior. Doesn't matter. Last game of the season, you don't give it up. It's quarterfinal state playoffs. A lot of teams not playing at this point. Potlatch now going to fake the handoff to Howard. Tucker's going to keep the ball. He goes up the middle, almost breaks it away. He was one step away from breaking it. He's going to take it down to the 45, where he's brought down on literally a shoestring tackle, as if he'd had another step, the Raft River defender wouldn't have got him by the shoelaces, because that's literally what he got him by and brought him down.
Yeah, it was Raft defender number 34, Treg Whitaker. So one of the twins or a cousin or...
The Whitaker family having a great night tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Great afternoon. Handoff is to Howard. Howard's going to go up the middle, then bounce around.
Sorry.
No, that was amazing as he bounced off of a 5-yard gain, came to the short side of the field going right to left. Howard hit a player, hit him hard, and spun around and picked up another, 3 yards, Josh?
Yeah, I think that defender went soaring about 5 yards. So
went farther than Howard did. And he's over there kind of shaking his head. He felt that. Two backs in motion, wing formation. Now a back. Back in motion. Raft River looks like they're probably going to jump the gun. They do. So that's an encroachment penalty. That'll be a 5-yard gain. Those are the best because you set up a 1st and 5. You take that all day long. Potlatch now having some success moving the ball and needing to with 2 minutes and 40 seconds and counting here in this third quarter at Holt Arena. Raft River kind of having their way with the Potlatch Loggers. Potlatch showing us that they have the ability to be able to keep up in this game, but thus far have not been able to do so, as it's 51-16 Trojans over the Loggers. Tucker's going to take a low snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Howard. He's going to take it up the middle. He keeps going. He's down to the 5, down to the 3. Are they going to move him across the end zone? Doesn't look like it. I think they're going to call him down about the 1. So it's going to be a first down, 1st and goal from the 1, in a great move by Tucker. He literally carried, I'm not sure if it wasn't his whole team and the other whole team, 5 yards.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rugby scrum.
Yeah, boy, that's exactly a good call on that, Josh. And he's going to take the ball and goes into the end zone. And Tucker gets a touchdown now to go for that run. Well-deserved. Potlatch with the touchdown and some scores as they move now to 22 points to the 51 for the Trojans. And let's see if they continue. So far, in the 2 scores they've had, they've been able to be successful on the 2-point conversions. I'd like to see if they're able to continue to do that. Great scoring game here in Holt Arena as they line up. One back in motion, a low snap. Tucker has no option but to pick it up and run, as Howard was already by him. And it's well defended by the Trojans as they collapse on Tucker. The PAT, no good. So the score's going to remain the Raft River Trojans 51 and the Potlatch Loggers 22 with 1:56 left in the third quarter. This is, at this point in time, Raft River's game to win, and Potlatch You're going to have to play a very fast pace. They're going to have to stop them, stop Raft River, and they're going to have to fast-paced scoring machine to be able to stay into this game.
Yeah, and they're looking up from here. They're looking at Mount Everest. You know, it's going to be they can do it. You know, they really can. But they're going to need some stops and they're going to need some fast scoring. So,
yeah.
I was thinking, like, you know, why is Whitaker so? He looks rested every single drive. He doesn't play two ways. He's just a one-way player.
One way?
He's just going one way.
Yeah, but that's still
huge
pretty.
bonus.
I mean, the amount of yards he's racking up. Again, an 8-man compared to everybody else that's going both ways.
Oh, yeah.
That does give him some benefit, but dang, with the amount of yards that kid's run tonight, he's still got to be tired.
He deserves a Gatorade after this.
Yeah, neither one of us have a Gatorade, so I don't think that's gonna help. But hopefully on the sidelines they got a little bit in the tub they've got there. All right, Potlatch will line up. They're going to get a kick. Amos with the nice boot. He's going to get some yardage. The Raft River now wobbles it at the 20. Pick it up. They're going to bring it out. They keep going. They're going to get the 35, the 36. They're going to take it at the 35-yard line as this knee goes down. Again, a good return. I don't think I've seen so many returns off of bobbled catches.
They're just
they're
just making sure their coaches are alive. I tell you, they pick it up every time, you know. But
I tell you, if I'm the coach, I say, look, you do that again, I'm gonna have a heart attack and die. Don't worry about me being alive. I'm gonna die.
Please stop.
Yeah, stop that. Whitaker lines up with the wing backs. He's gonna take it. Those wing backs are his protectors. He's gonna throw deep. He had a receiver in. I think that's Tracy. It is well defended and a little bit underthrown. Avery Palmer has really the better play on the ball, and Tracy reaches back and makes sure that Palmer doesn't get the interception, but he doesn't get the reception either, so falling complete.
Great play by Palmer. You know, he in that situation, it was an underthrown ball, and normally the corners don't look back, but he turned around and was able to make a play on the ball and not get a PI.
He wanted to make sure that he wasn't getting a PI. All right, a handoff's going to go to Spencer. He'll go at the top of the field. He'll pick up a gain of 7 on the play. Raft River going from left to right on the field right now, at least for another minute, 30 seconds and counting before we'll trade sides of the field. They are at the 42-yard line with a 3rd and 3 to go. So high-powered offense they've had. 51 points would show that they have. They're going to line up in that I formation, fake the pitch, and going to give it, go on the other side to Murillo. Murillo makes a wise move as he hits the sideline and picks up the first down and then some as he takes it to the 48-yard line. And a player for Potlatch staying on the ground, and that's not a good player to stay on the ground. It's Johnson. Johnson now gets up. He's kind of wobbles his way back to the huddle. I'm the coach. I think I'm going to pull him out and just let him take a breather if that's at all possible. He was bending over like maybe he took a hit to the stomach. Hope that's not the case. He stays in the game. Hand it off to Spencer. Spencer's going to hit the hole and then hit the outside. Going to be pulled out of bounds and maybe a late hit. Yeah, now the flag flies. I think Potlatch, that unfortunately was Howard, tired of having Raft River when they think that they have them out of bounds and then dancing their way for another 15, 20 yards. Howard took him out of bounds and then after he was out of bounds, spun him into the ground. A little bit of frustration on Howard's part because he has thought he had Whitaker twice and lost him. So they call an unnecessary roughness penalty. That's 15 yards from the end of the play. That puts the ball at the 25-yard mark for Raft River, 25-yard mark of Potlatch, and that one hurt.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. You know, that's definitely a frustration foul. He wasn't doing it on purpose. It's just frustration.
He just wanted to make sure he was out of bounds. Whitaker's going to take the ball. He's going to hand it off. Is that Johnson? No, who is that? A flag flies there at the top of the field, so I think they might come back. Trying to see who that was that took the ball, went up, pushed forward for a gain of 10. I think it's Tracy. It is Tracy. But there's a penalty, so it's either going to be a holding. That's about all it can be is a hold. About the 20-yard line. The line of gain was the 14. It is against Raft River. It is a holding penalty. Oh, blocking in the back. Same thing, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So they don't get that play. They're going to mark it back from the spot of the foul, 10 yards, puts the ball at the 30-yard line. Maybe the 29.5 mark.
There you go, 29.5.
34 seconds left in this quarter. Whitaker under center. He's going to pitch out. They're going to come to the short field. As that's Lohmeyer. Lohmeyer having the block. He got the block, and he's going to get the cut into the end zone. Lohmeyer was going to score. Raft River touchdown. Lohmeyer having a great night tonight. Raft River, everybody's having a great night tonight. Whitaker's having a great night. Tracy's having a great night. Spencer's having a great night. Lohmeyer's having a great night. They should start handing off to the linemen so we can get their names up here on the booth.
Well, give a shout out to their linemen. They're blocking downfield. They're getting off their initial block going downfield, and the only reason that Lohmeyer was able to cut across the field to score that touchdown was because of blocking. Whoa.
Well, another Whitaker on the line, Mason Whitaker. He's the guard, and the kick is up, and it hits the post and falls incomplete. Didn't supposed to. I was looking down to see who the line was. Whitaker was on the line.
It didn't even get about 5 yards.
Oh, it bounced off the post. And I looked up just in time to see it hit the post.
It went towards the left pile marker, and well, that's about it.
Now we know what Raft River has to work on if they continue their position in this game. The PAT is just not being successful either from a kicking standpoint or a running standpoint on this game, but everything else is working for Raft River, as with 21 seconds left in the third quarter, the Trojans lead the Loggers 57-22. Time running out for Potlatch to be able to catch up to that kind of a score, and a few of the seniors down there that we've seen some great football from Potlatch. I'm trying to see which of the seniors are. Their quarterback, Tyson Tucker, he's a senior. Isaac McNeil, a senior. Tyler Howard, a senior. A lot of names that we've been calling all game, now faced with the possibility that this could be the last game of their career. All right, the kick by Raft River will be fielded at the 10. Potlatch is going to be able to bring it out to the 25, 26-yard line. That is Howard, as he lowers his shoulder, picks up an extra 2 yards from where he was. And that'll give the Potlatch Miners working room, certainly not inside their own red zone, thankfully. But they'll give the opportunity now for, I think Tucker has shown on that last drive that he's got the ability to open this game up going up the middle if they just use Howard as a decoy. That worked every time they did that last series. And so they're going to line up with Howard in the lone back position to the left of Tucker. They're going to hand it off to Howard. Howard's going to juke his way forward for probably a pickup of 9 yards. What a great play. I just am amazed at how well these guys can dance and juke and stay on their feet. I'm spinning just watching them. All right, folks, that is the last play of the third quarter, and with one more quarter to play here at Holt Arena, it's the Raft River Trojans 57, the Potlatch Loggers 22. Take just a moment to recognize a couple of our commercial sponsors. Want to fade away to some commercials?
Absolutely.
We'll do that, and we'll be back in just a moment or two as we try to get ready for one last quarter of play here in 1D1 level quarterfinals in the 2021 State of Idaho football playoffs.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text StartMyQuit to 36072.
All right, while we were away at commercial break, they ran the first play of the fourth quarter. Tucker took it up the middle, picked up a gain of 10, moves the ball to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Loggers. Loggers needing to eat up 10 to 20 yards a play now to try to get into the end zone. Tucker's going to go out of the shotgun. Howard is going to go run out in blocking position. Tucker's going to move forward. Potlatch really got a beneficial play out of that as they pick up about 3 yards. Should have been a loss as they had Tucker in the backfield. Trying to see who that Raft River player was. That's Alec Murillo, who was in the backfield, and he just missed a high tackle. Great play here if we have game film to show why you don't tackle high.
Yep, exactly. And Alex Murillo got hurt in that first quarter and hasn't played until
he's back in.
Yeah, he's back in. He's a great runner for them, a great outside linebacker corner for them as well.
So Howard with the ball, he's going to push forward for a gain of about 2. Not much there. Just was looking down, trying to see who that was on the tackle because we haven't recognized him yet. Ethan Southern making the tackle for Raft River. We always follow the ball, follow the running play, and a lot of times these defensive line guys don't get any recognition, so trying to get Southern a little bit of recognition there. All right, Potlatch is going to take the ball. They're going to have a late draw as they give it to Johnson. Johnson trying to make the corner, and he's not able to do so. Does pick up a couple of yards on the slant, but Tracy on the defense, again, dangerous to the play that was advantageous to Raft River. Tracy spun him out of bounds, but spun him enough before the sideline that he didn't get the flag that Howard got just the last series. So that's going to be a 4th and 4 for Potlatch. Tucker out of the shotgun with the back. Howard in motion. Tucker's going to keep the ball, and he's not going to get the first down as the entire Raft River defense collapses on him, led by Tracy and Southern, and they're gonna get it at the 49-yard line. That'll be a turnover on downs from the 49. It's Raft River ball, not what you needed to have happen if you're a Logger fan. So Loggers running out of time, 9 minutes, 36 seconds and counting here. Raft River takes over the ball at midfield.
Looks like we have a new quarterback coming in, I believe.
Is it number 4? It is a new quarterback. So Raft River making a change. It's number 8. Wesley Spratling. And they hand it off. I'm going to give that handoff up to Murillo. Murillo, your favorite guy.
Oh, yeah.
He picks up a gain of 5, but Spratling, I'm just trying to see. He's a senior, so it looks like he hasn't taken a lot of counts because Whitaker's a junior, and I think in his senior year, there's got enough of a lead that they figure, let's give Spratling a little bit of time, show him, see if he's got some athleticism in him. So Spratling under center, he's going to hand it off again to Murillo. Murillo's powering forward. He'll pick up very good yardage, but a yard short of the first down as Patrick McManus makes the tackle along with quarterback Tyson Tucker, and they stop him a yard short, so it's going to set up 3rd and 1 for Raft River. So Raft River changing a player or two. I'm just trying to check out. It doesn't look like he's moved many others other than the quarterback. We still got a lot of the same players as they give it to the halfback through the gap, and he's going to be stopped short as Potlatch, well defended there. Potlatch nose tackle, number 52, Odin McDonald. Big dude. Tough to get past, and they don't.
Raft River's coach, Coach Chad Evans, is looking at the referee because he thinks that play got blown dead a little too early, because if you saw, the running back snuck through at the very end to get that would have been a first down.
Yeah, but I think they called forward motion that he was called down. I'm not sure, but sets up a 4th and 1. Spratling again go under center. You know he's going to hand it off. The same play, and this time a better result as Treg, is that how you say it? Treg Whitaker, the ball carrier from the halfback position. Not only does he get the first down, but he picks up 5 yards on the carry. They're going to put it at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10, Raft River. So Treg Whitaker, we've seen him on the field, but we haven't seen him in that halfback position.
No, he's mainly, it looks like just a linebacker safety for them.
So a couple of changes as Raft River looking to get some players some experience. Spratling rolls around the left side of the right side of the field, throws downfield intending for Gabe Briggs. Pass floats on him, goes a little high, it'll go incomplete. Good play to attempt on a first down at the opponent's 34-yard line, though.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just a little overthrown. You know, he's the first time in the game, probably hasn't really warmed up a lot. So get that throw out of the way. He's probably hit the next one if they throw it good.
Get the first one out of the way. Just don't let it get inside your head.
Exactly.
Spratling again under center. He's going to hand it off to his fullback, Murillo. Murillo bounces off the play. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to pick up the 5, the 10, the 15, 20. He goes out of bounds. It looks like they're going to spot that about the 11-yard line.
Wow, what a run by Alex. That play was designed to go left, our near side here.
And he hit his own blocker and then bounced.
Bounced back, went outside to that far side and picked up about 20.
What a great play. That is an athlete. These teams are just full of athletes.
Yeah, I like we said at the start of this, I haven't really ever watched 8-men, and I got told that a lot of these schools have a ton of athletes. You know, there's some smaller school districts, and I'm seeing that. These kids
All right, Spratling's going to hand it off to Whitaker. Whitaker's going to go around the right side of the field, trying to get to the end zone. He does not, but he's awfully close, if not getting the first down. They're going to bring him down at the 2-yard line. I think that's going to be about a foot short of the first down, but 2 feet short of a touchdown.
2 feet, yep.
Treg Whitaker now trying to get in the record books with the other Whitakers, as we've seen touchdowns from Tate Whitaker. And did we get one from Teagan? I can't remember. We've certainly called his name.
I don't think we haven't gotten one yet.
The Whitaker family, if you're on the broadcast tonight, congratulations. All 3 of these young men having a great night. Certainly time to celebrate the Whitaker family or families. And now Spratling's going to fake it, and he's going to pull it around, and he's going to fumble the ball. They're going to say the ground forced the fumble. He comes down at the 1-yard line. You know, that was awfully, if he'd have reached his arm out, he'd have broke the plane. And I think maybe that's what he was trying to do, the reason that it fumbled. But he was down, his knee was down before that fumble happened. So they're going to mark a first down. He got the 1 yard he needed to get a first down.
Yep.
So from the 1, it's first and goal for Raft River. They're going to hand it off to Murillo. Murillo's not going to get there. Oh, he breaks the tackle. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Raft River. These guys, this whole team's a Houdini team. Holy cow. He should have been brought down at the 3. The Potlatch Logger had him. He had his jersey. He had his hand on his waist. A good place to tackle. And I don't know what happened. He just dragged him into the end zone.
He just kept spinning and spinning. And once again, that's why you need to wrap up a little bit lower.
So the Raft River Trojans take the 63-22 lead. They're going to see if they can work on their 2-point conversions here. Spratling's going to go out of the shotgun with one back in the backfield. He's going to roll to right. He's going to throw in the end zone. It's going to be tipped away by Palmer. And it was intended for Gabe Briggs. But Avery Palmer saw it coming a mile away. Was able to just step in front of the ball, tip it away. PAT, no good again.
That's about the only downside they've had this game.
You're absolutely correct. I think they've had, 1 punt? Maybe 2?
No.
I think 1 in each half. Hey, folks, we want to recognize just a couple of our commercial sponsors. Storm Electric. Storm Electric's been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects, electrical motor repair, and well pump installations. Storm Electric is licensed and insured in Washington, Idaho, and Montana. when it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump system, call them at 208-835-2331. Storm Electric, strong supporters of high school sports. And we've got just a second, so we're going to say no. We got a couple others we got to recognize, but one of them, Hanson's Hub, makes me hungry every time. And the kickoff now happening. Raft River kicking, getting a good kick. It's going to be fielded at the 15, 16-yard line. It's Howard as he takes the ball. He's going to power it out to about the 34-yard line. Howard's looking a little tired. I don't know if you noticed it. That cut wasn't the cut that we saw him in the first half. Going both ways, I think he's running out of juice.
Yeah, he's been their workhorse tonight. I would be tired too.
I'm tired watching him. Does that count?
Even thinking about it.
Yeah. Let's sneak in that commercial sponsor. Maybe not. We're coming up. They blow that clock going, and Potlatch coming up the line. Tucker with one back in the backfield. He's going to take the ball. He's going to hand it off to Howard. Howard's going to pound. He's going to hit the line. He's going to pick up a gain of 5 on the play.
He's looking a little tired, but he's still falling forward every time.
Yeah, he's falling forward for 5 yards. He'll take it every time. Lad Hansen leading the tacklers for Raft River on that. We haven't called his name yet. I'm trying to get somebody whose names we haven't called yet to call them out, because both sides, these young men just going all the way, and a lot of them not getting any recognition. For Potlatch, their center's done an incredible job. That's Logan Whitney. And they're going to hand it off, not hand it off. That is Tucker keeping it up the middle in that play that's worked for them all game. And he'll pick up a gain of about 8 on the play. Certainly a first down. They move the ball to the 48-yard line, their own 48-yard line for Potlatch. But with just under 5 minutes to go and an insurmountable score, Potlatch at this point just playing for some respectability.
Yep.
They're not going to have the opportunity to continue in the playoffs. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Howard. Howard's going to juke his way forward. He takes it in what was probably a 5-yard gain, turns it into a 10-yard gain. That young man, what a workhorse he has been tonight.
Yeah, you see all of the Trojan defenders. They're helping him up, giving him a little slap on the butt.
Man, I would. The dude is just a monster.
He's earned some respect tonight for sure from them.
He certainly has from me. That's without question. Now the handoff up again up the middle to Howard. I think we're gonna see that up. Well, that's not Howard. That is Palmer, Avery Palmer. Howard went in motion. It was Palmer that stayed home. I've been used to Palmer going in motion and Howard. Now, folks, Potlatch doing the really cool thing as they bring out their starting 5 and 6 and bring in the reserves and a whole new team out there, except for Tucker. I think they're going to leave Tucker in, aren't they?
It looks like it.
Yeah, Tucker stays in. I know the center now, 67, not even on the roster. Trying to see who's got the ball. I think it's not Tucker. They're gonna go with forward motion as the entire teams on both sides now pushing the ball forward, very close to the first down. Number 26, I think it is, for Potlatch. 26, Ben Johnson's. Maybe that's another Johnson out there.
Yeah, there you go.
Another family combination, but they give him the 10-yard forward motion, a first down, Potlatch. Try to get some of these young men. Sam Barnes also at the tackle position there. And they're going to hand it off. Tucker hands it off up the middle, trying to get some more running back experience. Nothing there for him as he, well, I guess they give him 2 yards. Trying to see ball carrier for him was 41. That's Waylon Marshall. Another name we haven't called tonight, so a lot of fun. Now you see Raft River bringing out their starting defensive line and sending in the reserve. So a lot of young men getting some playing time here tonight. Tucker's going to hand off again to Waylon Marshall. Marshall will rush forward for a pickup of 7 on the play, 6 or 7 on the play. Short of the first down, it'll set up 3rd and 1, and some new names being added. Another couple of new players running out onto the field now as they pulled their their punter, number 60, going out on the field. That's Haley McNeil. And they're going to hand it off. They're going to go off tackle. They're going to get enough for the first down. Marshall with the carry. This is kind of fun. Trying to see some of these new players out here. Pablo Gonzalez in the lineup. Levi Carnahan out there. Another one, 78, Tanner Gorellas. Another handoff up the middle. I didn't see if that was Marshall, but I think it's Tucker. Nope. Johnson again, Ben Johnson. Number 4 coming off the field for Raft River. That's Tanner Tracy, younger brother, I think, of Seth Tracy. See if Potlatch can get it in the end zone. They're going to hand it off up the middle. The Johnson with the carry. He was caught behind the line and going to be a loss of 3 on the play. I'm not paying attention to the game, trying to get some of these young men's numbers read, so that worried more about Potlatch than I am Raft River. They're going to have the opportunity with 20 seconds left in this game. They're going to have the opportunity to go forward and continue their season. But the Potlatch Loggers, this season ends just here. As Marshall caught again short of the line of first down gain. It's going to set up a 4th down. That is going to be the last play as time runs out. It's a final here at Holt Arena as the Raft River Trojans defeat the Potlatch Loggers by a final score of 63-22. We're going to break away to some commercials, and we'll come back, give us time to discuss our IdahoSports.com player of the game and some game analysis before we wrap it up here from IdahoSports.com.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up, so yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong, Toyota trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Holt Arena. It's a final now as the Raft River Trojans have defeated the Potlatch Loggers in an exciting 8-man game. I'm Tim Belton. I've been your play-by-play with Josh McGully. We've been having some fun here on this game. It's been a great game to watch. A lot of athleticism on both sides. Unfortunately for Potlatch, they come up short. Their season ends with a long ride back home, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, they played a good game. You know, they had some great offensive drives, but they just got stalled out. Raft River is the #1 team in the country or in the state for a reason, and they definitely showed it. They definitely showed why they're the #1 team in the state.
They did show. They're going to move forward to take on Lapawai in the semifinals. Is that right?
Yeah, semi.
Is it semi? No,
yeah.
It's not semi. It's just quarters. It's a quarters.
It's a
Because they'll
quarter,
take on Lapawai, and Oakley will be waiting for the winner of the Butte County Notice game coming up here on tap as we notice the Butte County team taking the field for warm-ups. But in tonight's game, it's been really all Raft River. They came out. They didn't really slow down. Potlatch had a few moments where they looked really, really good, saw some great athleticism on their part. But Raft River just literally having their way with the Loggers in tonight's game.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, they tried. You know, Paula, give full credit to them. You know, we're going to give our Idaho Sports Player of the Game, but a major shout out before we give that Player of the Game is to Tyler Howard. He played an incredible game. if Potlatch had won, it definitely would have gone to him.
Absolutely. That man was all over the field on both sides. We're calling his name for running the ball, for tackling on defense.
Special teams.
Special teams, you're right, receiving and hitting. That young man, he gave it his all. So we're going to give the honorable mention, player of the game, to Tyler Howard for the Potlatch Loggers. But really, as we look at the winning team, the Raft River Trojans, a couple of great players there. You've seen Cole Spencer have some great returns. You saw Thane Lomiller really making his name out there. Seth Tracy, man, he was all over the field. Murillo having some great time. Who else have we got here?
Alex Murillo.
Murillo had some good time.
Yeah, Trey Whitaker as a linebacker was incredible. Their kicker, their left tackle was incredible for them.
Yeah, he had a good game. But we look at all of them. The player that stood out because he was all over the field, literally, from end zone to end zone, from sideline to sideline, sometimes all in the same play, has to go. Our IdahoSports.com player of the game has to go to Tate Whitaker. Congratulations, Tate. You made the difference in today's game, and I'm sure you're going to fill it. Fortunately for you, Raft River is a very short drive from Holt Arena. You'll get the opportunity to hopefully soak those tired, well-deserving bones as our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Any last words, Josh, before we pull away and get ready for the next action here at Holt Arena?
Not really. I'm just looking forward to that quarterfinal matchup that they have next, and I know we didn't have a live broadcast, but if you want to go watch Lamar Jackson highlights, you'll see what we saw tonight with Tate Whitaker and him running around, escaping sacks, running across the field, throwing on the run. It was incredible to watch, and congratulations to that team moving forward.
Dancing, literally. Yes. Tate Whitaker showing some dance moves that I've not seen before, so great move. Folks, this has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the 2021 Idaho State Football Tournament. Tournament coverage presented by the Idaho Division of Public Health, your local Toyota dealer, Valley-wide Co-op and Country Stores, and Project Filter. Stop smoking, start living. We'd also like to thank our local advertisers. They include our Power Boosters, Latai Realty, Shorts Funeral Home, AMI Supply, Storm Electric, AMI Supply, Raft River Electric, Hanson's Hub, and UD. Angus Plus. Our thanks to all of them for their continued support of the IdahoSports.com, both audio and video streaming today, and audio streaming for you of the Raft River Potlatch game. Congratulations again to Tate Whitaker. He's our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Thanks for joining us as the Raft River Trojans have defeated the Potlatch Loggers by a final score of 63-22. From my broadcast partner, Josh McGully, and everyone else here at Idaho Sports behind the scenes, my name's Tim Belknap saying thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Exciting 8-man football continues here on IdahoSports.com as at 4 o'clock, the Butte County Pirates will take on the Notice Pirates in another game to see who takes on the Oakley Hornets in exciting action. Stay tuned to IdahoSports.com for all of your IdahoSports.com 2021 Idaho State Football Tournament coverage. Thanks for joining us tonight.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com game streams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com